if it takes all the worldly things from my life, make me better, Lord. Make me better. And if it means that I have a lot to sacrifice,
Well, good morning, everybody. This is Reverend Stef, and I'm so excited this morning to talk about the state of gospel music. And I have some wonderful people here with me that are going to help me to just navigate through these few minutes. But I want to just say, God is so good to us, and this is a new day that the Lord has given us. And I hope you're up praising God and thanking Him for this day. I'm so excited to invite my co-convener. I don't know if that's the proper words to use, but my helpmate for this event, and her name is Elder Julia Feature. So she's going to come on the screen now. And also, we have my good friend, Dr. Weta Harding, who's a part of my musicians cabinet, but she's just a musician extraordinaire and a great person to know. And I'm just so glad to have you ladies. How you ladies doing this morning?
Good morning.
I see the thumbs up, Weta. Listen, we are so excited. May 6th is coming soon, and we have so many people that are registered already, and we have so many special guests that will be with us on that day. And I even have a surprise guest that's going to come and be with us. So let's just talk a little bit about this state of gospel music. I think the world is in need of a discussion of what is happening in the world today in regard to those of us who present gospel music to the people. So let's just talk, Elder Feature, let's talk about your feelings about the state of gospel music and why you think it's necessary for us to have this discussion.
Certainly, good morning to everyone. And I feel, and thank you, Dr. Stephanie, for allowing me to collaborate with you on this project. It's been an honor. You are certainly the one to lead and galvanize this project. So certainly shadowing you on this, it's been truly an honor and a learning curve for me in so many ways. First, getting to know you and all of your gifts that you have as it relates to music, not just gospel, but all the genres across the board, and the educational component that I've been learning. So thank you again. For me, gospel music is so profound because it sets the tone and establishes where we as a people come from. First of all, it's celebrating and honoring and giving praise and honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So we cannot lose that, the origin of the music and how it's been established, right? And so keeping that in tune, I know the beats change, the lyrics kind of change, and the vibe changes, but we have to always remember the purpose and the reason of gospel music. And so that's where I, take honor again in learning about our rich history within music. And all music stemmed from primarily, gospel music. It's just a different format, it's a different flavor. But so I think it's relevant today. Even the hymns. So, the hymns, I learned the hymns and the anthems.
Don't mess with Dr. Harding.
Coming from a rich Methodist background growing up, we were taught hymns and the anthems. And so that has stayed true to me in my heart. Adding everything else on is like adding some seasoning onto the hymns. So that's where I am with gospel music.
I hear you when you said hymns. I know Dr. Harding, that kind of pierced her a little bit because this is the connoisseur of hymns. I recorded one of Dr. Harding's arrangements of the hymn, "A Mighty Fortress Is Our God." And I know that hymns are near and dear to her heart, even though we're going to discuss all styles of gospel music at the state of gospel music. And that includes traditional, contemporary, urban, hip hop, house music, all of the styles of gospel music, but the genre, and that's what we want to be educated about. The genre is gospel music. So, Dr. Harding, are you looking forward to being with us?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
She's quiet.
Well, listen, before we go on, I need to shout out there we have some sponsors that were not listed on our flyer, and I want to shout them out. And the first one is the Constant Institute, which is part of the Johnson C. Smith Theological School. That's the Constant Institute of the Johnson C. Smith Theological School. They were so kind to us. Another one is John Ra in the J.J. Martin Group. They are not listed on our flyer. And the final one that I want to talk about is Ray Chambers and the Emilion Foundation. They are also sponsoring us, along with the ones that are listed, which is Stef and Jubilation and Julia's company called the Vision Foundation, and Nesbitt Funeral Home is there, and NJ Pack Faith Based Committee is also one of our generous sponsors. So we just want to thank you all for being a part of the state of gospel music. Now, listen, we've got some great people who are going to be a part of this. And you all, Julia and Dr. Harding, y'all help me if I miss somebody. But I want to make sure that everybody knows who's going to be a part of the state of gospel music. We've got moderating this event is the radio angel, Miss Liz Black. Sister Liz Black is on tap to moderate the state of gospel music. We've got, oh man, let me think of these names. We've got the Dr. Scott Cumberbatch. He's on tap. Of course, we've got Dr. Weta Harding, who you see in front of you. We've got the Emmy Award-winning Elder Terrence Kitchens. We've got my pastor, Dr. Lester Taylor, who's going to be on this panel, right? And also Tyrell Bell, who serves as our minister of music at Community Baptist Church in Englewood. We've also have Nancy Jackson Johnson, one of my former students, and Stella Award nominee, who's going to be on this panel. We've got, the pioneer, the legend, James Perry, who's going to sit on this panel as well. We've got the pastor, Samar Bigham. And if you don't know who he is, he's a young and upcoming gospel artist and pastor, great pastor of Mount Moriah, Greater Mount Moriah Church in the city of Newark. Now, did I mention everybody? I'm trying to remember if I got everybody.
Elder Lorraine Stansel.
Yes. Oh my God. Listen, don't y'all say
I'm not
nothing.
going to tell her.
Don't tell her I forgot her name. But the elder, Lord, she can sing me under the table and under a few other pews. Elder Lorraine Stansel Lawson is going to be with us as well. Have I mentioned everybody?
I think you have everything.
I think that's it. But I mean, oh my God, a great array of gospel music artists. So I'm so excited for everybody to be a part of what's going on Saturday, May 6th, 2023. We're going to start promptly at 11 a.m. The doors will open if you've registered at 10:30. So Saturday, May 6th, 2023, 11 o'clock a.m. at the New Jersey PAC Arts Education Building, 24 Rector Street in Newark, New Jersey. We will be excited to see you. I am so happy. Listen, since I had the stroke in 2015, and listen, that's another testimony that I can go into. But since I had the stroke, I really don't travel and get around like I used to, but I'm going to press my way and make this event. I'm going to press my way and be on hand for this event. And I want you, if you have registered to make it your business to to be there and to join the conversation, because I'm sure it's going to be a great conversation. So we do you want to what do you want to leave the folks with, Dr. Harding, as we get ready to depart? What do you want to leave the folks with?
Is gospel music to them gospel that talks about and focuses on the good news of Jesus Christ? That's the big G.
Mm.
Or is gospel music to them with the little g, as everything that focuses on themselves? And oh, by the way, God is included.
By the way, huh?
By the way.
Wow. Hey, Eddie. How you doing, friends in the spirit? I see you. How you doing? Good morning, America. So good to see you. Yeah. So, Julia, do you have any parting words for this group?
I'm just excited and look forward, like I said earlier, to working with everyone. Certainly, it's an honor. But yeah, keeping God first in everything that we do, and the relevance of gospel music in all that we do. And yes, the big G, the little G. Where do you stand as it relates to gospel music? Is it being phased out? And not just the music, but the whole atmosphere and environment, invoking God's presence. How are we doing that? Collaborations across the board, co-generational collaborations, if that's such a word, but generational, collaborations. Our,
Wow.
our older reaching back to the younger, and keeping the relevance of, again, the hymns, the relevancy
She
of the
messing with that
hymns.
word hymns again.
Yeah,
Listen.
but may I say something with that?
Yeah,
If
Sure.
if
absolutely.
if we as we speak about this in the Costin Institute from the Johnson C. Smith Theological Seminary, we have to find a way to bridge this gap. We can't just continue talk about what the young people are not doing, what the young people are not saying, what the young people are not learning. What are we teaching them?
Right.
What do
Mm,
they see from us?
Hmm.
Not in the church, but outside of the building of the church. What are our young people? Maybe our young people are imitating what they see when we leave
right.
the doors of the church.
Hmm.
So that might have a lot to do with gospel music. And lastly, if we know who we are, then some things won't change. And maybe we as African Americans in the United States need to get back to the books to figure
Amen.
out who we are and our why.
You're preaching,
History,
Dr.
history,
Harding.
history,
You're
history.
preaching. I'm gonna send you an offering, Dr. Harding. You're preaching. I heard a discussion yesterday. Well, I read a discussion yesterday on Facebook, and one of my friends was saying, uh, uh, she was talking about the musicians that we have today and the difference between a gig
Mm,
and ministry. And she was talking about how these musicians, that once they do their job, certain jobs at the church, whether it's praise and worship or whether it's playing a couple of songs before the service or etc. Once they do it, they're talking about they have to go. They're out. They don't stay for the word of God, and they don't take the this as an assignment of ministry. They take it more as a gig. And she was very upset because she said she had done a funeral, and this guy was asking for more money because he was asked to play an additional song.
mm.
So we really need to talk about how people understand what this gospel genre is all about. This is not, and I'm just saying this is my opinion. And listen, there are no wrongs or right. We're going to just sit down and discuss. We don't want people to feel like, well, your opinion doesn't matter. Everybody's opinion matters and everybody's thought matters. But what I'm saying to you is like oil and water never mix. Oil and water, they don't mix. So it's either ministry or it's either a gig. I don't know how you mix those two. We'll talk about it when we discuss the state of gospel music, and many aspects will come up. But she was very upset. as to what she had seen, and I I sent her a flyer for the State of Gospel Music.
Okay, well, Reverend Steph, I don't fault that musician, and if anybody wants to know why, on May 6th, I will explain why.
Woo! I'm awesome. I'm so excited, and I know that there are so many opinions and so many thoughts and so many ideas, but we need to talk. We really, really need to talk. And folks, um, I believe that when you discuss things, hearts and minds change, and hearts and minds come together. So we're going to do that on May the 6th at 11 a.m. at the New Jersey PAC Arts Education Building. But before I go, Elder Feature, I've got to talk about your forum, which is Music and Juneteenth that you're curating, and I'm helping you with. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Certainly. Thank you so very much. And
Mhm.
yeah, June 17th, we will celebrate Juneteenth in collaboration with African American Music History or Appreciation Month, if you will. Both kind of go hand in hand, considering the fact we're celebrating all the two in one month. So we're excited. We have some amazing people that will be joining us for that day. Very own. Mother in the ministry, I guess, in the gospel, Dr. Martha Simmons will be with us, and she is going to serve as our moderator for the day. And so we're
Wow.
excited about her coming and being with us on June 17th. So if you're in the area, of course, we'll have registration. Registration, again, will be free. However, you'll need to register. We'll have some noted individuals who are musicians, from musicians to gospel artists, R&B artists, rap artists. We have CC Rogers that's going to be with us.
Wow.
Pastor Hilton Rawls Jr. and his son, Master Hilton Rawls the
Wow.
third, will be with us. Esty Bullock is going to be
Mm.
with us. Brother Haas McMillan, Wincy Cole. We have
Wow.
Alexis Morales. So
Woo.
Alexis and Lindsay are jazz phenomenons. We have Julius Williams from Boston, from the
Right.
Conservatory, classical
Right.
music. So we're bridging all of the genres together, and we're going to have healthy dialogue about our rich history in African American music, just music in general, in collaboration with all of the genres. Again, gospel, R&B, hip hop, gospel hip hop. I think there's another word for that,
Wow.
but gospel hip, jazz, classical, the blues, and a lot of the music stemmed from the blues and African beats from back in Africa when we initially started. So it's going to be a rich and educational day. So I'm encouraging everyone, as soon as our registration is released, to certainly go on and register.
Mm.
Again, that will be held at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. We thank them for their collaboration with us, as well as Dr. Stephanie and all of the other sponsors that you'll find listed on our um, marketing collaterals. Nesbitt Funeral Home is one as well. Reverend Louise Scott Roundtree, councilwoman. So we have a
Yes.
plethora of sponsors. And so we're excited and we look forward to everyone joining us on that day. It's going to be a wealth of information. So please, and it's not limited to age. So we just talked about generations, right? So our older, senior, matured, reaching back, grabbing our youth and our young adults, and to making certain that our rich history carries on for generations. So thank you, Dr. Stephanie, for that time. We'll also
Oh,
be on live as well. So we're encouraging you to register to be present. But if you're across the nation in California somewhere, you can certainly join us virtually. And that's for both events, May 6th and June 17th.
yes, we have a plethora. We have a great uh, two forums coming up. So you need to mark your calendar if you registered for May 6th. And I had to stop registration because people were just pouring in
Mhm.
to get to the building. And I don't, since COVID is still among us, I really didn't want people standing on top of each other. So I actually close registration for May 6th, but you still have an opportunity when the Elder Feature puts out the registration for June 17th for music and Juneteenth. Please make sure you get your registration in as soon as you see that flyer, uh, and where you can register for June 17th. So May 6th and June 17th. May 6th and June 17th. Come on, preacher. May 6th
May 6th
and
and
June
June
17th.
17th.
Two events, May 6th, the State of
June.
Gospel Music, and June
June
17th,
17th.
Music and Juneteenth. And I saw Roz from Anointed Friends, and they are going to do a selection for us on May 6th. Anointed Friends will be on the bill. I forgot to talk about them, and I forgot to say, shh, Councilwoman Louise Roundtree. I forgot to mention her name. What's wrong with me? Louise
Okay.
Roundtree has always been, uh, uh, she's been a cheerleader for everything we do. So I am sorry, Louise Roundtree. Yes, she is a sponsor for May 6th and
Mm-hmm.
also for June 17th. So we're excited. I'm
We're
excited. Can you
excited.
tell I'm excited? And I don't really get excited about stuff. Can you tell them I don't get excited, right? But I'm excited about the state of gospel music. So we look forward to hosting you guys. Pray my strength in the Lord. On April the 14th, I'm going to celebrate my 66th birthday.
Wonderful.
So I look
Mm.
forward. Oh, you all, what you say? Did you say something, Julia?
I just said, mm. Okay.
Yes, on
Yeah.
April the 14th. So I'm looking forward to God letting me live another year to share in ministry. And I thank you guys for praying for me. You're looking at a miracle. I'm not going to
Amen.
testify right now, but if you
Amen.
see in my face and I'm talking to you and I'm making a little bit of sense, that means that you've been praying for me and God has kept me. He is a keeper. Somebody ought to type
Yes.
in, He's a keeper.
Amen.
You
He's
ought to
a
type
keeper.
that in the chat. He's a keeper. So thank you guys for
So listen, your 14th is 3 days before the national holiday.
that's your
Yeah,
birthday.
you got it.
And we just passed mine.
Oh,
Okay, now
okay.
when was yours, Dr. Harding?
I made 71 on the 13th.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Yeah.
get out of
Wow.
here.
Yeah.
Wow. God is a keeper.
Yes, he is.
God is a
Amen.
keeper. So I want to thank Raymond Wyatt. You don't really see him, but he's behind the scenes pressing buttons and checking stuff out and doing stuff. Satan tried to get busy with me this morning. I couldn't log on. My Google, whatever this is, Chrome wasn't working. I'm not tech savvy like you other young people. So it took me a while to get on, but we are here and
We're
we're
here.
happy to talk about the state of gospel music. So we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, May 6th 2023 at the New Jersey Arts Education Building on Rector Street in Newark. And we look, thank you, sir. Happy birthday for Ronald Baltimore. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate that. And we look forward to seeing you uh, to register for Julia's event on June 17th.
Mm.
Music
Where
and
is her event going to be?
same place. And JPAC Arts Education Building on Rector Street in Newark. Have to thank NJPAC. They've been a
Yes.
great help to me. I mean, they've loved Jubilation from the inception. So NJPAC, we thank you for being kind to us. John
Absolutely.
Schreiber is the CEO of NJPAC. All right. So I think
Well,
we're done this morning. We have talked long enough. So we look forward to seeing all of our friends. And thank you, Elder Feature. Thank you, Dr. Harding, for being with me this morning. Again, thank you, Raymond, for working the controls in the back. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon on May 6th. We're done.